Hi, Annie here, and today we're counting down my ultimate travel list of 12 of the most amazing places to visit in Canada. With stunning landscapes, natural beauty, incredible wildlife, and cosmopolitan cities, Canada has something for everyone. In this video, I'll show you some of the most iconic and breathtaking spots in Canada, from Nova Scotia to British Columbia. Trust me, you don't want to miss these. So without further ado, let's get started with the 12 most amazing places to visit in Canada. And if you stick around to the end, I'm also going to share with you exclusive travel offers that will make your trip to Canada even more amazing. Nicknamed the Hollywood of the North because of its huge TV and film industry, Vancouver is one of Canada's largest cities. It's located in British Columbia on the west coast of Canada. Surrounded by nature, with mountains, forests, beaches, and ski resorts all within easy reach, Vancouver is considered to be one of the world's best cities to live in. It's a famous foodie hotspot, especially for seafood, and because of its melting pot of cultures, you'll have no trouble finding somewhere amazing to eat. Vancouver is a great place to enjoy the outdoors. Stanley Park, one of the largest urban parks in the world, is the star attraction, where you'll find woodlands, gardens, and green spaces, as well as an aquarium, water park, and the picturesque seawall, a 9-kilometer trail that encircles the entire park, offering spectacular views of the waterfront, mountains, and forest. You can walk it or rent a bike. Some of Vancouver's other top sites include Granville Island, a former industrial site that has been converted into a public market, theatre, and brewery. Vancouver also has plenty of cultural attractions, including the Vancouver Art Gallery and the Museum of Anthropology. The city is also a gateway to other places in this travel list, such as Whistler, Victoria, Vancouver Island, and the Rocky Mountains. It's also the gateway to Alaska for passengers traveling on cruise ships. Vancouver's cruise ship terminal is the 4th largest in the world. With its mild climate and beautiful beaches, Vancouver is definitely one of the best places in Canada to visit in summer. A short ferry ride away, you'll find Vancouver Island, the largest island in the North Pacific. Packed with glistening lakes, impressive waterfalls, magical fjords, and glacial mountains. It's amazingly photogenic and a popular destination for hikers and outdoorsy travelers to explore. The island is best known for the gorgeous Butchart Gardens, the surf town of Tofino, and the wilderness in the north part, where you can catch ferries to Prince Rupert or Alaska. You can also visit the Pacific Rim National Park, a coastal park where you'll find the Long Beach, the West Coast Trail, and the Broken Group Islands. Another great place to explore is Strathcona Provincial Park, where you'll find most of the spectacular scenery on the island. Visit Cathedral Grove with its ancient forest, or tee off on one of the many fantastic golf courses. Vancouver Island is best known for its picture postcard capital, Victoria, a charming city that boasts a British influence, with landmarks like the Parliament Buildings and the Empress Hotel. It's also a haven for nature lovers, with rainforests, beaches, and some of the best whale watching in the world. You can even kayak with orca. It's also a great spot for bird watching and grizzly bear sightings. If you're a fan of winter sports, you'll love Whistler Blackcomb, the largest ski resort in North America, combining the twin peaks of Whistler Mountain and Blackcomb Mountain. Located in the Coast Mountains of British Columbia in Western Canada, Whistler is a 2-hour trip from Vancouver along Canada's most scenic drive, the Sea to Sky Highway. Whistler is one of the most popular ski destinations in the world, with over 200 trails, 16 alpine bowls, and 3 glaciers to choose from, and great après-ski and nightlife, offering something for everyone. In 2010, the Winter Olympics were held here. You can choose to stay in the resorts of Whistler Village, Creekside, or Upper Village, which are linked to the slopes by the peak-to-peak gondola, the world's highest lift of its kind and a marvel of engineering. As well as skiing and snowboarding, you can also try other activities like snowshoeing, snowmobiling, and dog sledding. And Whistler is not only a winter wonderland, but also a summer paradise, with plenty of options for hiking, climbing, paddleboarding, mountain biking, and zip lining, making the resort a year-round hotspot for locals and visitors alike. Of course, narrowing down the world's second-largest country to a list of 12 must-visit places is pretty hard. So if you enjoy this video, why not subscribe and hit the notification bell to find out as soon as I upload more videos about this amazing destination. For many, Banff National Park ranks as Canada's top place to visit. Tucked away in the Canadian Rockies, it's Canada's oldest national park, offering endless opportunities for wildlife watching, hiking, boating, climbing, mountain biking, or skiing. But you don't have to be a seasoned outdoor enthusiast to enjoy Banff. Its natural beauty will astound even those who just want to soak up the sights. Considered by most to be the jewel in the crown, Lake Louise is famous for its stunning, shimmering blue water. Avoid the crowds at the lakeshore and take the trail that goes around the lake and into the forest, where you'll get some amazing views of the glaciers and the peaks. If you're feeling adventurous, you can also hike up to the Lake Agnes Tea House and the Big Beehive Lookout, but be prepared for a steep climb and a long walk. Another lake that you don't want to miss is the equally stunning Moraine Lake, surrounded by 10 majestic peaks, and it's one of the most iconic sights in Banff. The town of Banff itself has plenty of lively hotels, and there are also 14 campsites if you're traveling in an RV or campervan. Most are open from June until September. The greatest beauty of all at Banff is the contrast between the untamed and the civilized. You can go from seeing grizzly bears in their natural habitat to sipping cocktails at the elegant Banff Springs Hotel, which is a historic landmark itself. Or you can go from hiking to the top of a mountain to enjoying a scoop of ice cream with other tourists and locals. And you can go from exploring the ancient culture of the First Nations peoples who lived here for 10,000 years to visiting the modern town of Banff, which has plenty of hotels, shops, and restaurants. Banff is a place where you can have it all. If there's one place that sums up everything about Canada, it's here. Next, we're heading north to Manitoba and the small town of Churchill, also known as the polar bear capital of the world. Churchill is one of the best places to see these majestic animals in their natural habitat as they migrate to the shores of Hudson Bay in search of food between October and November. Here you can join a guided tour on a tundra buggy, a specially designed vehicle that allows you to safely observe the polar bears from a distance. In the summertime, Churchill is also a great place to see beluga whales, which migrate here by the thousands. And with more than 200 species of birds, Churchill is also a birdwatcher's paradise. It's also an excellent spot to see the aurora borealis or northern lights. Normally, the peak time to see this natural marvel is between January and March. The best ways of reaching Churchill are by air or train, with easy connections from Winnipeg and Thompson. One of the most famous and visited attractions in Canada, Niagara Falls, is a natural wonder that will take your breath away. Niagara Falls is actually a group of 3 waterfalls that span the border between Canada and the United States. The largest and most impressive of these is the Horseshoe Falls, which lies on the Canadian side and drops 57 meters into the Niagara River. You can get up close and personal with the falls by taking a boat ride on the Maid of the Mist, or by walking behind the falls at the Journey Behind the Falls. You can also enjoy the views from the Skylon Tower, a 160-meter observation tower that offers a panoramic view of the falls and the surrounding area. One of the best places to view the Niagara Falls on the Ontario side is from Queen Victoria Park, where the falls are illuminated and fireworks are displayed nightly during the summer. Niagara Falls is not only a natural attraction, but also a tourist destination with casinos, hotels, restaurants, and entertainment options. While you're there, extend your stay and head beyond the falls on a biking adventure along the Greater Niagara Circle route. Or take the Wild Play zip line, an adrenaline-filled ride that offers an unparalleled view of the falls as you zoom over them. The largest and most diverse city in Canada, Toronto is a cosmopolitan melting pot that offers something for everyone. Located on the shores of Lake Ontario, Toronto forms part of the Golden Horseshoe region, which encompasses the area from the lake to Niagara Falls. Toronto is a cultural powerhouse with over 80 ethnic communities and a vibrant arts and entertainment scene. One of the most popular attractions is the CN Tower, the tallest freestanding structure in the Western Hemisphere and enjoy extraordinary uninterrupted views of the city from its observation deck, skypod, and the 360-degree restaurant. It's worth it for a ride up in the glass-enclosed elevator alone. You can also explore the Distillery District, a historic area that has been transformed into a trendy spot with shops, galleries, and restaurants. Toronto has many museums and attractions to visit, such as the Royal Ontario Museum, the Art Gallery of Ontario, the Casa Loma, and the Toronto Zoo. Moving on next to the capital of Canada, Ottawa, located in the province of Ontario. It's a bilingual city, so don't be surprised to hear people speak English and French. They're both regarded as the first language here. Ottawa is a city of contrasts, where you can find historic landmarks, modern architecture, and natural beauty. Today, it's a beautiful green city filled with blissful parks and waterways. Biking is popular in the summer months, and in winter, these trails are converted to ski trails. Running right through the heart of the city is the Rideu Canal that connects Ottawa to Lake Ontario. In winter, the canal becomes the world's largest ice skating rink. A popular place for visitors to go is Byward Market, for shopping, eating, entertainment. And while Ottawa may not be Canada's official cultural capital, it's home to some spectacular historic buildings, such as the National Library and Archives, and many other museums and galleries, such as the Canadian Museum of History, the National Gallery of Canada, and the Canadian War Museum. And you won't fail to miss Parliament Hill, where you can see the impressive Gothic Revival buildings that house the federal government, and watch the changing of the guard ceremony in the summer. For a taste of Europe in North America, head to Quebec City, the capital of the French-speaking province of Quebec. Quebec City is one of the oldest and most beautiful cities in Canada, with a rich history and culture. It's famous for its Old Town, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that dates back to the 17th century and the only North American city still retaining its original city walls. Here, you can stroll along the cobblestone streets and admire the stone buildings. The iconic Chateau Frontenac overlooking the St. Lawrence River is regarded as the most photographed hotels in North America. You can get a tour even if you're not staying there. And you can also explore the Citadel, a star-shaped fortress that houses a museum and a military ceremony. Quebec City is full of charm and character, with festivals, markets, art galleries, and cafes to enjoy. You can also experience the Winter Carnival, the largest in the world, with ice sculptures, parades, and a giant ice castle. Outside the city centre, there are several beautiful and historic parks like Montgomery Falls and the Plains of Abraham, which offer breathtaking waterfalls and outdoor recreation. And further afield, discover the province's breathtaking landscapes. The Laurentians offer year-round outdoor activities, while Mont-Tremblant provides a picturesque backdrop for skiing and hiking. The city is also the start point of Quebec's scenic highway Route 132. Circling the Gaspé Peninsula, it winds past the sea, mountains, and charming towns. Another gem of Quebec is Montreal, the second largest city in Canada and the largest French-speaking city in the world outside of France, which is why it's earned its nickname as the Paris of North America. It's also one of the most diverse, energetic, and welcoming cities in North America. Head for the Old Port, the historic waterfront district where you'll find boat tours, ice skating, and a giant Ferris wheel. And don't miss the chance to climb up the clock tower in the Quai de Horloge for exceptional views over the St. Lawrence River and the city in the distance. You can also visit the Notre Dame Basilica, a stunning Gothic Revival church that features colourful stained glass windows and a grand organ. Montreal is a city of events and festivals, with events like the Montreal Jazz Festival, the Montreal International Fireworks Festival, and the annual Formula One Grand Prix. Halifax, the capital and largest city of Nova Scotia, and located on the Atlantic coast. Halifax is a city with a rich maritime history, a vibrant culture, and stunning natural scenery. You can't miss the harbour, one of the largest natural harbours in the world, and home to a truly epic 4-kilometre seafront boardwalk. You can also visit the Halifax Citadel, a star-shaped fortress that dates back to 1749, and watch the firing of the noon gun, a tradition that has been going on for over 200 years. Halifax is rich with museums and attractions to explore, such as the Maritime Museum of the Atlantic, where you can learn about the city's connection to the Titanic disaster. the Canadian Museum of Immigration at Pier 21, where you can trace the stories of millions of immigrants who arrived. And the Halifax Public Gardens, a Victorian-style park that features beautiful flowers, fountains, and statues. Staying in Nova Scotia and located off its northeast coast, you'll find Cape Breton Island, once an independent colony, and considered by many to be one of the most beautiful islands in the world. It's also the only place in North America where you can still hear the Gaelic language spoken, descending from the region's Scottish ancestry. Among its spectacular landscapes, the undoubted highlight is Cape Breton Highlands National Park, with its phenomenal Cabot Trail and gorgeous lookout points offering breathtaking views of Nova Scotia. The 186-mile winding highway is considered to be one of the world's most scenic drives, taking you through forested river canyons and rural fishing villages, such as St. Lawrence Bay. There's also 26 hiking trails to choose from, as well as opportunities for kayaking, mountain climbing, and camping. Summer attracts the most visitors, but the trail is most photogenic in the autumn, when the leaves change color. Whale watching here is unforgettable. Sightings are just about guaranteed at the northern tip of the island, which you can reach with a boat or kayak tour. The scenery alone makes it worth the trip. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this tour of 12 of the best places in Canada to add to your ultimate travel list. I don't imagine for one moment that I can tell you everything there is to know about Canada in just one short video. But you'll find Lonely Planet has some of the best guidebooks and resources to help you plan your Canadian adventure, no matter where you plan to visit. And if you use the link in the description below, you'll get a 10% discount off any books or guides you buy online. Why not give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing so you'll be first to hear about my future videos. Also, let me know in the comments if you have any other suggestions for places to visit in Canada. With that said, thanks for watching, and see you on the next video.